Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. London time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. And got to turn off the echo. There we go. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Bitcoin is up 0.7%. It is pumping on 1 hour chart over here. Bounced nicely down here on this channel. Maybe it's this channel. I mean, I tried to draw this channel differently, and this over here also the fact that we failed to recognize the pattern up here, the explosive pattern up here. Right now, it's kind of crap, but there is a lot of other coins that are doing the same kind of pattern up here towards the upside. Right now, we are breaking this channel over here towards the upside. It looks bullish, and I've been asking myself, am I being a little bit too bearish? Am I being a little bit too bearish during these super moves? Because I'm predicting, some kind of, a bigger move down here, and then, something like this, and then towards the upside. But I'm still, majorly, bullish. I'm still majorly bullish, but, the fact that I can even, think about any kind of dump towards downside over here, like, it kind of gets me a little bit worried because, why am I being so bearish? I'm not crypto savvy bearish, talking about 9K and 3K and stuff like that, but, down here, like, 30K or something like that, why can we not go down there, right? And then I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm just being too bearish during these supermoons. So supermoons are, in full effect, and like we said yesterday, there are 4 supermoons that we have on the chart. There are 4 supermoons up here. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. There are 4 supermoons that we are having right now, from 3rd of July until the 14th of October. There are 4 supermoons. Like we said last time, all of these 4 supermoons are supermoons. But when you look at other, these astrology, sites, there a lot of these sites. Every site is calling these 2 supermoons, but not every site is calling all 4 supermoons. So some sites are saying that these 2 are also supermoons, but these 2 are definitely 100% supermoons. So whether we made a mistake, calling this over here from over here a supermoon or not, that kind of depends. But we're gonna go with the flow and say that all 4 are actually supermoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's that. But we know for a fact that this 14 October new moon solar eclipse is coming right over here, and there is going to be a big dump on that date. Whether this goes up here and then slowly down and then big dump, or goes all the way up here and then big dump over here at the very top, we do not know exactly how this is going to play out, but we know, give or take, that we are in the supermoon phase right now, and being bearish is not actually that, what are you gonna say? It's not that beneficial being bearish. Now this over here at the top up here is still, exhaustion pattern towards upside up here, and I was thinking it can actually break down a little bit, get everybody, to start shorting and then go towards upside. But there was no big dumps. There was no big dumps, unfortunately. Not just yet. So we're gonna see how this actually might play out. Hello everybody, how you doing? Lauren Pat of Supermoon, what's up? Morning all, what's up? What's Supermoon? Christopher Nikirk. Yeah, what supermoon? The one and only supermoon. Must be because it's cloudy here. Yeah, must be that. Good morning, XRP Legend. How you doing? Mac, what's up? So yesterday we started, looking at a little bit of charts and drawing some target stuff like that, where it will be nice short. You can see up here that we are looking for Cardano up here at 0.3 up here. This might be some kind of bear flag on the Cardano. Algo has this bottom down here, where we are thinking it might actually go all the way down there, but it's already creating this double bottom over here. We also looked at Pepe yesterday, and Pepe is right now actually playing very nicely. It bounced off. Where is Pepe up here? There is Pepe. It's up 3% right now. It bounced really nicely off of this bottom down here yesterday, and right now it is going above or hitting our, the first short target. So we had 2 short targets up here, over here, and over here at the top. It looks like it might actually go all the way up there, if not even higher than that. So we are looking for this move right now over here towards the upside, when it actually can break down and maybe pull back. But I think we are being a little bit too bearish. So that's what I'm trying to say. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is doing this pattern up here that is very, very bullish pattern. And I made a video not so long ago, technically very long ago, that this explosive pattern. So oftentimes you will see some kind of chart that does this move towards the downside. it goes rapidly up and does this shoe pattern, without coming actually all the way down to the bottom. So this is actually explosive shoe pattern up here where it actually explodes towards upside. Right now you can see this shoe pattern up here playing out exactly like that, but this is small time frames. This is 1 hourly time frame, so you can expect a little bit maybe more move towards upside. I think it's already getting, you know, pretty much extended from this shoe pattern over here, explosive shoe pattern. So how much higher it can actually go before something happens, that kind of depends, because you can see up here it's trying to get back above this 10 moving average, but it can of course just fail that and break down as well. So it's not given yet. This exhaustion pattern towards upside. If this exhaustion pattern towards upside breaks towards upside, you know, all hell is gonna break loose, and this is gonna explode towards upside. So everybody is definitely gonna miss the move towards upside if this actually breaks towards upside over here. On the other hand, if it goes down, I think that might be I still say I'm a little bit too bearish, but it might be still be in play, and because a lot of people are going to be shorting these levels over here towards downside, and then we might actually have a nicer chance to break this exhaustion pattern towards upside up here, and you know, pump towards upside. Also, like we said before, most people, I'm saying most people because we did not, but most people missed all of these pumps. So if you look at a weekly time frame up here, all of these pumps up here, there were three huge pumps up here. Most people miss these pumps because they are failing to recognize the bull market. They are failing to understand that, you know, we are still in a majorly uptrend over here, and that we have this exhaustion pattern towards downside over here, and right now we are climbing towards upside. And I was just looking at this, and this is a weekly time frame. So if you look at, you know, how long this downtrend or this exhaustion pattern was actually playing out, that was 29 weeks. And right now, ever since January all the way through right now, it's 25 weeks, so almost, you know, half a year. So we've been almost going as much towards upside as we've been going being exhausted down here at the bottom, right? So you guys have had almost as much fun as you have not been having as much fun over here, right? So most people fail to buy these pumps over here because they do not recognize the patterns. They've always failed to buy the dips over here towards the downside. They never bought any kind of dips. So most people are still out of the market. And if they are getting any kind of altcoins, as you've seen, has been bleeding towards downside. So nobody's believing in altcoins. Everybody is still thinking, Bitcoin is just going to go towards upside. So this might actually continue even more towards upside, where altcoins actually are failing to do that. And a lot of people might rotate their portfolio from altcoins into Bitcoin over here, and if that happens, that might also be a topping out signal for Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin goes a little bit more towards upside without altcoins, you know, doing anything, you know, people might be, you know, tired of waiting for altcoins and start, you know, FOMOing into Bitcoin, and at that point, you know, money actually flows from Bitcoin into altcoins, the big money. So stupid money is gonna, you know, might be rotating because they are failing to see that, you know, altcoins are at some kind of bottom. And they might be thinking that they're just going to continue going towards downside, but eventually that oftentimes indicates that you know, Bitcoin is coming to some kind of top, and that you know, money is, you know, smart money is flowing from Bitcoin into altcoins, and altcoins might start pumping. Monthly time frame up here looks also very still, you know, the same as yesterday. We are making you know, getting above the moving averages. Everything looks nice and dandy. On the charts, we are above 200 moving average. We are climbing very nicely. Everything looks nice and then, so there is no problem. There is one coin I haven't watched a lot of coins today, but I did see one coin that is actually might be doing very nicely, and that's in Inj coin. Now over here, Injective is actually looking very nice. Over here it went down to the 20 moving average, bounced up. Right now it's having a small pullback. Now this pullback is actually very nice if you zoom in over here on the time frame, and it's doing the same thing that Bitcoin is doing over here. It went down here. It looks like a bear flag over here, but it might actually break towards upside. If it does break towards upside, since Inj is a very, you know, very volatile, very popular coin right now. If you look at the chart over here, you know, it's been just exploding up here since when? Since January up here. I mean the trajectory on Inj has been, you know, very strong towards upside, so this can definitely continue even more towards upside up here. The big question is gonna do that right now. Right over here, there has been some kind of channel over here on the chart, give or take. I don't remember what it was, something like this up here, right? So this looks like a bear flag, right? In any kind of bearish scenario, this would be, you know, this a bear flag is gonna break down. That that's given, right? But if you are bullish and it starts breaking towards upside up here, just like Bitcoin just right now did, this might actually continue very nicely towards upside. So that's what I'm looking for when it comes to inch. There are a lot of other altcoins that might actually perform very well, so we're gonna continue today looking at altcoins and seeing what they are doing. A lot of these altcoins has these, you know, these bearish patterns down here at the bottom that right now are breaking in fact towards upside. This is CFX. There is a channel over here that actually goes towards upside, that is actually broken towards upside, which is actually very, very nice, and that's very bullish. So a lot of these altcoins does look like it might actually do very nice pumps towards upside. Any trade in XVG, Verge, oh yeah, Verge. So I've seen you know, talk about Verge lately, and that's because of this pattern. But no, I do not believe in any kind of you know, pumps on Verge. I think Verge is right now coming with some kind of tops up here towards upside up here. There should definitely be some kind of divergence up there. There is divergence. This is 6 hour divergence. Let's go to the 8 hourly up here. Yeah, so there is still the, you know, bearish divergence up here. It might do another, you know, move up here or something like that. The momentum is going down. There is divergence. You know, you had a huge pump up here towards the upside. The volume is also going towards downside over here at this top up here. So it looks like some kind of topping place up here for the Verge, unfortunately. And the Verge actually exploded up here from June all the way towards top up here, something like, you know, 6x. So this did 6x. You guys gotta know, anything that does 6x at any point, if it's been bleeding for a long time, is some kind of shitcoin, you know, from, you know, past era. You know, there will be traders taking profits up here at the top. So they will probably be taking profits after 5x. Let's see up here. This is, you know, this is 6x. 5x is right up here. That's 5x. So they've been taking profits after they got 5x. They've been taking already profits up here at the top. All the way up here is 6x, but up here is 5x. You can see up here they're still taking profits up here at the top, because, you know, they just got 5x, man. They're happy with the money. They're taking profits. They have you know, accumulated a lot. There is too much, you know, hype into, you know, too much FOMO into Verge right now. So I would say this is coming to some kind of top. That does not mean that it has to be the top. It can of course pump up here, but, you know, the way I see there are other altcoins, you know, and why should we FOMO into something that's, you know, doing 6x already, right? Why not FOMO into something that's doing, you know, minus 2x, and then, you know, taking that trade and, you know, pushing that towards upside instead, right? That's my take on the things. That's my take on things. Up here on the weekly time frame, Verge, yeah, explode like for 2 weeks right now. It's huge overextensions up here. I mean, the RSI on the weekly right now is 81. The overextensions up here are extreme. Let's see Verge USDT. This is XVG USDT. Let's see if we can Max maybe has more data. Yeah, I mean, these overextensions are extreme right now. These overextensions on the weekly time frame are extreme. I mean, you gotta go back to the, you know, previous bull market to find these kind of overextensions. So it is, you know, pumping to just way too hard. I'm late, but good morning, TLA. Good morning, the greenest goblin. Vanilla, how you doing, man? Stanko. What's up here? So you guys can notice right now that when stuff pumps like 5x and stuff like that, that's when people actually recognize, okay, this coin I gotta get into. But it's often too late, right? It's often too late. That's why we're saying all the time, you know, don't FOMO into the green candles, especially these kind of green candles. Now, you might do that and it might play out another, you know, 2x, 3x, whatever, right? I don't know, right? It might actually do nice moves towards upside. But the risk is getting higher and higher. The risk to, you know, losing the trade is getting higher. So the more it goes down, the risk is actually going down. But if it goes up like this, the risk is actually exploding towards upside. So the risk over here is going down when you are pushing stuff towards downside. But when you're exploding towards upside, the risk is just climbing and climbing. The risk is getting really, really, really bad, right? The risk is getting really, really bad. So, you know, be careful about, you know, Verge, because I've seen, you know, from like a couple of days ago that people have been talking about it. Why do you guys want to know about Peer? Did Peer pump also like 50% or something like that? No. Peer did not do anything right now. Pimp is some kind of bottom down here. Now this over here is a lot less risk than Verge right now. And you can see up here it hasn't still broken the trend, but it's getting squeezed up here at the bottom. I mean, this actually looks very nice because it's getting squeezed over here at the bottom. So once it starts breaking up here, you know, it might actually do very nice moves. But it's not like, you know, Verge where we having these overextensions, where we're having these explosive moves already, and you know, most people who cannot read the charts, they are looking at that, right? But this looks like it might actually, you know, perform very nicely over here towards downside. Let's see up here some kind of, you know, the indicator should actually tell us that right now. And also this part up here is actually very nice. So if you look at a monthly time frame, you'll see up here we had a big dump, then we had a move up to the 10 moving average, then we had again double bottom down here, then we moved to the 10 moving average. Look at the squeeze on the squeeze up here right now on the 10 moving average up here. This is actually very nice. So the price is not dumping down, just squeezing below 10 moving average. So as soon as this starts breaking towards upside up here, I think it actually might go. Whether that's the case right now or not, that kind of depends, but it is coming to some kind of bottom down here at over here at the tops. Can it move another move towards downside before it breaks? I don't know. Will it break the support level over here towards downside, create some kind of you know, spring down here and then towards upside? That kind of depends, but it's not out of the resistance just yet. So there is definitely some kind of line up here at the top, give or take, something like this. And you know, if you want to see when Peer is gonna do anything, you know, worthwhile, it's when it actually breaks up here towards the upside. But you know, these bottoms up here should be some kind of buying places, you know, hoping that it is actually gonna break towards the upside. I'm late. What's happening? Not much, man. We got a super moon, and you know, I will just be talking that, you know, maybe I'm a little bit too bearish, looking for some kind of shorts, stuff like that. Before the bull market, we always see shitcoins pump and dump. What kind of bull? We are already in bull market. What you talking about? Debuting Central Bank. How you doing, man? How you doing? Morning from Lagos. Hey, day. How you doing, man? Lagos. I gotta get out. I gotta get out and go to, you know, see the world, see Lagos and stuff like that. So, big question is, Bitcoin's right now still pumping up here, and like I really said, maybe I'm a little bit too bearish. Maybe I'm a little bit too bearish, but it did nicely bounce up here on the 50 moving. I'm trying to get up, back up there, but it's still in the channel, guys. It's still in the channel, and the channel goes something like this up here. I think this is the channel. The way I see it, I mean, there are definitely, you know, a couple of, you know, moves below and above, but the way I see it, this might be the channel, and we are still in that, you know, extortion channel towards upside up here. But you know, will we actually break towards upside? Will we create some kind of spring? It's still a little bit unknown. So we are not quite, you know, quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. The real bull market, I mean, it doesn't matter what coin you set money on. They're all pumping. No, that's not the real bull market. That's just the exit liquidity pump. That's the ending of the bull market. The bull market is starting, man. How many times have I said that? How many times have I said that? Do not be like everybody else. The bull market started up here, and the bull market goes all the way towards the top, right? And this last part up here, when everything pumping, that's the last part of the bull market. This is the start of the bull market. Start of the bull market, and everything, you know, is the bull market. This is just the last part of the bull market, and you're doing the same mistake like everybody else. They're thinking that the last part, the last pump, is the bull market, just like over here. Oh, this is the bull market. No, this is the last pump. The bull market started up here, consolidation up here. You gotta accumulate down here, you gotta accumulate over here, and this is over here is just the last pump. You're not buying up here, right? This is not the bull market. That's just the last part of the bull market. It's just a bear market rally, if you ask me. Now, if you ask, you know, Crypto Savvy, you know, it's a bear market rally. Question: could you analyze the volume candles inside the exhaustion pattern to analyze if it's distribution or accumulation? Just thinking out loud. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. So if you look over here on the chart, let's go up here. And this part over here, so you can see, look at the volume. The volume should go down. This is by definition. So any kind of consolidation, doesn't matter what kind of consolidation you have. If you have some kind of move and if you have a consolidation towards the upside, if you have a consolidation, you know, bear flag, something like, you know, bull flag, something towards downside, any kind of consolidation should always, this part over here should always have a lower volume, because that's just the way consolidations work. So even if this part up here, because this looks like consolidation, the volume is going towards downside. Yes, there have been a couple of, you know, moves up here, but overall the volume is going down. It just tells us that we are in consolidation pattern, and the consolidation patterns can be a little bit different, but they are always consolidation patterns. All consolidation patterns, and you can test this for yourself, any kind of consolidation patterns should have lowering volume. So let's see up here, let me see if my theory is right, because over here at the bottom we had a lowering pattern up here, but that was actually going towards the upside. This was consolidation pattern in downtrend up here, but this was actually going towards the upside up here. But maybe it was on only one chart over here. This was actually going a little bit towards the downside over here. Let's see. So I'm just thinking out loud and looking at this because over here there was also exhaustion pattern up here, but this is a consolidation pattern, and the volume should have been going towards downside without this, you know, these moves up here. Let me see a little bit more over here. This is Binance, and yeah, Binance is a little bit different, because on Binance over here they started with this, you know, zero fees on Bitcoin trading stuff, right, and then ended it up here. So you can see how the chart actually looks different, right? So this accumulation phase up here was you know, this was entire accumulation phase, and once the accumulation phase was finished, they stopped the zero fees. So I had these zero fees where the you know, it was just going towards the upside. Here is Bybit, where people trading, and any kind of exhaustion pattern, should have this, you know, volume going towards downside, because, you know, exhaustion patterns do that, right? Exhaustion patterns do that. So the fact what we are seeing right now on the chart over here on Bitcoin, on a small on a 4-hourly time frame up here, it should be, you know, at least in this part over here, you know, there should be volume going towards downside, something like this. Although we have these, you know, moves up here, you know, overall the volume is going towards downside over here, towards downside, which is actually normal move. You cannot say this is bearish or bullish, but what you can say that, yeah, this is this is some kind of consolidation zone, consolidation zones. But in this consolidation zone is going towards upside. It's not going very steeply towards upside. There is also this thing where we have a big move towards upside, and then you have this exhaustion pattern that's very steep towards upside. Then you have these, you know, these moves, exhaustion pattern goes towards upside, then you have these bull flags that, you know, goes like this and it goes slightly towards downside, and then you have this you know, just pullbacks up here that does something like this up here, and then, you know, break towards upside and continue to you know. So how much it is curved, you know, in a direction also can tell you whether it's exhausting, it's bullish, it's bearish. Over here we are not actually going that far towards upside, we're just going like this, but still exhaustion pattern towards upside. It might be consolidation in an uptrend up here, where we just consolidate while we, you know, are gathering forces and trying to reset some indicators, small time frame indicators, and then just continue towards upside, because there is no reason why this cannot continue towards upside right now. It looks very nice, but the volume in any kind of consolidation should be going towards downside, at least from the way I've been analyzing the charts. Bitcoin is going up nicely. I hope it breaks 31.5 today. I also hope it breaks that. The odds favor a turn to bottom of the channel, but we have the moon. I don't know about the RSI also high. RSI is not that high. RSI is not that high. Let me go up here on the chart, and first of all, this is RSI down here. Let me just do it like this over here so I can show you that. So RSI right now on the small time frames up here is at 50, which is normal. We should be at 50. So any kind of so you can see up here, big move up here pushes the RSI very high, and then during this consolidation period, it does exactly what's supposed to do. It pushes the, you know, RSI back down to 50. So 4 RSI is already consolidated, right? If you look at a daily time frame up here, we had a big move towards upside up here, and right now we are consolidating up here in an uptrend, but the RSI is pulling down from 70 levels down to 60 levels. Now this does not have to go all the way down to 50 levels over here. A lot of these big fast move towards upside you know, do these things, and, you know, they stay above the 60 levels while they are pushing the price higher and higher towards upside. So how much the RSI pushes back, that's, you know, that's, how do you say it, that can be that can depend on the bullishness on the chart. If the chart is very bullish, it does not, it can do this and it can keep on climbing while RSI does this up here above 60. Sometimes it goes down to, you know, some kind of 50 levels and then, you know, does this up here, but still, you know, some kind of slow move towards the upside up here. Very strong move. We'll go up to 90. We'll just pull back and, you know, we'll do this, you know, we'll do this bottom at 70, 80 levels, and you will see these a lot of these, you know, very strong moves that go something like this up here, where the RSI down here is doing, you know, not going below 70 levels, right? So it does this up here, like it goes very fast, and the, you know, the pullbacks are down to 70 levels. So how much the RSI is pulled back? There is no, you know, real answer to, you know, how much it should pull back. It all depends on how bullish we are. You'll see up here that this move up here on the daily time frame was not actually that that strong option move. We've been using like a half a year to go up 100% up here towards upside from 15 to 30x, right? And you can see up here we came all the way up here to some kind of, you know, 80 levels. We went down to, you know, first went down to 50 levels, then we went down 30, then over here we went back down to 40 levels up here. So, you know, are we gonna again push a little bit more up here and then go back to 40 levels? Is this, you know, a 40 level, you know, bottom down here, or is this right now gonna create this move over here? We really don't know. So it's a little bit tough to say. But when I'm looking at this right now, there seems to be a divergence up here on the chart. Divergence on the chart, but the divergences are also indication of consolidation, right? So you can see up here this is going towards upside, this is going towards downside. There seems to be divergence, bearish divergence, but there seems to be bullish divergence on the bottom chart up here, which is actually bouncing up here. So you know, entire part of this up here and this up here, it looks like it's there is a big divergence on the entire part up here, and it's just consolidation and option. The fact that we are looking at this right now is just consolidation and option. And RSI is also high, yeah, but it's not high on the small time frames because we just saw that it's down at 50 levels on the 4-hourly, on the RSI, on the daily it's at 60 levels, and right now on the weekly time frame it's also at the 60 levels. So no, RSI is not high. I mean, RSI is nowhere near high. This is a weekly time frame up here. We got a bullish cross up here after we create this bearish cross, and right now we are doing again this move towards the upside up here. Of course, this can fall towards downside. So MACD is a little bit tricky to to analyze, but yeah, I don't see problems on the chart. I don't see that many problems on the chart. Everything looks nice and dandy, guys. It's nice and dandy, and Bitcoin's right now up exactly 1% and still pumping towards the upside, which is very nice. But a lot of people are FOMO in right now, so you know, there might come some kind of pullback eventually, right? So we're gonna see that. Anyways, guys, that is Bitcoin Daily for today. Bitcoin looks good. There are altcoins that might perform well. I just talked about INJ that might actually play out. Let's see up here, INJ. I was looking at INJ up here. Right now it's up 1%. Yeah, so if this INJ coin up here, you know, breaks this towards the upside, it might actually be very nice. It might actually continue. So, you know, watch for that. Do you also have the moon chart? I don't have the moon chart, but we already, you know, we already drew all of the important dates on the chart. So we have the date chart. We don't have the moon chart right now, but we have the date chart. And these are all of the important stuff. Tomorrow job numbers, we'll see. You are worrying too much about what the economy is doing. Look at the charts. Don't look at the, you know, the news. The odds favor I turn to the bottom of the channel, but we have the moon. We got the moon, guys. We got the moon. You are all the blue balls, guys. You are the blue balls. You're not understanding that just yet, but when we get to the top in 2025 and we look back 4 years, or technically we look 3 years back, and we're gonna be like reminiscing about, you know, the good old days when we're sitting here in the bear market at 20k and saying that we are in accumulation phase, and everybody was laughing at us and saying that, you know, no, we are in bear market, we're going down to 10k. I'm not a blue ball because I never bought. There you go. There you go. But you know, there are definitely other blue balls in the chat. I wonder how big your beard is in 2025. Oh man, I really hate shaving, man. That's why I love my beard, man. I hate shaving every day, and you know, I just let it go. So maybe I should get a beard again. I don't know, guys. Let me just quickly scan the coins up here and see if there is anything else. Yeah, EOS chart. EOS is such a failed chart, man. EOS is such a failed chart, man. I hate this coin. The reason I hate this coin is because I lost a bunch of money over here. I lost a bunch of money over here, so that's why I hate this coin. I use hair clippers to shave, it's easier. Yeah, yeah. I if it gets too big, I do that first, and then I do the shaving. But I don't know. Oh my god, I hate this chart. What's happening with Bitcoin Cash? As everybody knows, Bitcoin Cash was exploding towards upside up here, right? It did 3x. Doji up here, still bouncing towards upside. Let's see up here the momentum went a little bit down here. Let's see the monthly chart up here. Wow, look at that. Maybe it's gonna pump more. I don't know what's happening with Bitcoin Cash, but it exploded, did touch on the 50 moving average. Right now it's pulling back again. Can this go higher, guys? Can Bitcoin Cash go higher? That's a big question. Sorry, this is 2-day time frame. The weekly time frame up here, I'm a little bit, there has been, what worries me is that this very, very strong option up here, number one, is broken. Can it come up to these stops up here towards the top and then, go towards the downside over here and then short it up here towards the downside? That might be the case as well, because there is nothing, essentially good about Bitcoin Cash. Like, nobody talks about Bitcoin Cash. Nobody used Bitcoin Cash. There is no hype about Bitcoin Cash. There was a little bit hype right now when the Bitcoin Cash was exploding towards the upside. Just like there is a hype right now about Verge, because people see something going 5x and they FOMO into that. But the way I see it, these are, pumps and dump coins, right? And pump and dump coins always work like this. They always work, pump and dump coins work like this. They will be going slowly towards downside, bleeding. And then suddenly, for some reason, they just explode like crazy. And then they bleed for a very, very long time, right? There is no slow move up here. There's no slow climb up here, towards upside. No, they just explosive move and then a huge amount of bleed. So once this starts bleeding, it's pretty much over. Hi Tila, can you please check KDI? Tila, my BTT changed to BTTC, but on Bybit there is only BTT. Is it the same coin? I don't know about that. And KDI, what is KDI doing right now? Yeah, KDI also might be doing this triangle pattern over here at the bottom. So it might be it might do the spring down before it goes up, but everything looks like it's at the bottom, right? Everything looks like it's at the bottom. Although these are June lows up here, and it went down and went lower down. So I don't know what's happening. The problem up here with any kind of coin that's having some kind of some kind of channel towards the downside, these channels can just, they can go up, they can go down, they can just go down more. I mean, the channel can continue for a very long time until the channel is actually broken. So, we might try to figure out where the support levels are. Over here there was support level and then just broke through that. Actually, over here was a support level that just broke through that right now, through that support level. Can it go down lower? It can. Can it go up here, break up here towards the upside? It can. But these are consolidation and downtrend over here, but they can go for a very long time, and we never know when it's gonna go stop. But there is definitely some kind of line up here, there is range high, range low up here. So we need to see some kind of moves. Okay guys, we're gonna stop there. Thank you for stopping by. We've been streaming for 46 minutes minus 15 minutes of intro, so 30 minutes technically. And enjoy the day, guys. Enjoy the day. I was a little bit too bearish yesterday, thinking that it might actually dump towards us. I still think that there is a case for that. But guys, remember, in bull markets, do not be bearish. In bull markets, dips are for longing. In bull markets, shorts are short-lived. So remember that. I bought 1K worth of BTT during the bull market and didn't sell because of 0.5 cents target. Now it's worth 100 or so. So the problem with people, BTT. Let's go to Dogecoin. I think Dogecoin is a good example of that. Where is Dogecoin up here on my chart? Pepper Dogecoin up here. Let's go to Dogecoin. Over here, yeah, Dogecoin is a good example up here. So what you're gonna see here on Dogecoin, let's go to the weekly time frame up here. Dogecoin hit a target of 0.73, right? Dogecoin hit a target of 0.73. Let me just change this to some kind of default. Dogecoin hit target while everybody was talking about $1, right? Everybody was talking about this $1 target up here at the bottom, but it never came close to that, right? So a lot of people that are seeing this move towards the upside, they were, oh, it's gonna go to $1, $1. No, it came to 73 and pulled back, right? It did as much move as it could towards the upside. And if you look at this move up here from the bottom towards the top, that's something like, you know, 16, 17x, right? Up here, that's you know, it's above 10x. It's 14x up here. This is 17, 18x, almost 20x. Maybe from the bottom all the way down here, it did, you know, it did technically over here from the very bottom up here, not very bottom, all the way down there. It did, you know, over 100x, right? How much is that? 172, yeah, almost 200x, but you know, from this very first up here, it did almost, you know, 100x. So it did a 100x move towards the upside. So you know, these targets that people are thinking it's gonna go to $1 or it's gonna go to $5 or whatever towards the upside, do not look at these levels. Do not look at these levels. These levels are, you know, crappy levels. Look how much people are making, right? Assume that let's go to the logarithm chart, because we can see this a lot nicer over here, right? Look how much people are making. You gotta assume that, okay, there has been people, you know, who bought here, there has been people who bought here, over here and over here, right? All of these are zones of buying, especially this bottom down here. So assume there has been people who's bought, or you know, a lot over here and over here, especially over here, right? And assume they've been bought. So ask yourself, how much in profit are these guys? Exactly up here, 300x, okay. So these guys are up towards the up high here, exactly 300x. So these guys really don't care whether they sell up here at you know, 0.74 or $1 or $5. The guys that bought down here, the bottom over here, they're getting 300x. You know, so whether that's a $5 or a $1 or something like that, don't care about that. Just look how many x's do, you know, these you know, these early adopters, early buyers, how many of these early buyers, how many x's do they have? If they have 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x, those are the tops. Those are the tops. 300x, those are the tops, right? So remember that. Over here, there was first up here. That's like 34x, something like that. And then explode all the way up here. 300x. They got 300x after this move down here, just before this initial move started on Bitcoin. I mean, 300x, that's insane, right? So next time you buy something, do not think that it has to go to $1 or 5 cents or anything like that. Just look how many X's do early buyer have. And if they have a whole bunch of X's, you know, be careful, be careful. Just like we said right now on Verge, there is a pump on Verge like 5x, 6x. And be careful about that, because, you know, what is Verge? Who cares about Verge? The euphoria stage is the best, yeah. I miss the real bull market. That's just the euphoria stage of the bull market. Those are the best, you know, those are the best places. Of course, you can see up here, like these just went sideways for a very, very long time and exploded at the bull market, right? When everything explodes, that's when that's what people call bull market, but that's what we call the last part of the bull market. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you around. I said bye-bye like 10 times now, so you really have to go. Enjoy the day. Bye-bye.